Good morning and welcome to my channel. This is Echinocactus grusonii, or a Golden Barrel Cactus, and on it there is a grasshopper and a tiny little one. Let's see how long it will stay here. Let's see how long it will be with us. It's a very old cactus. I've had it for maybe even 30 years. When I got it, it was bought at a grocery store, probably in the floral department of a grocery store. It was not bought at any specialty floral store, flower store, anywhere like that. It was just bought maybe at a hardware store. I don't know. Anyways, I bought it in a very tiny little pot, and it didn't grow. At one point I transplanted it and it grew a little bit and it stopped growing. And now I transplanted it again to a pot that was way too large for it about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and it grew again. And I wonder whether it will stop growing or not, but I see now that the size of this cactus is restricted by the size of the pot. Potentially, it's a very large cactus. Potentially, it's one of the big cacti. It grows very large. It doesn't grow tall, but it grows like a barrel, like a balloon. It is round, or a sphere, or a semi-sphere, the top of the sphere. So potentially it's a very large cactus. It really is it's a very deeply succulent plant, which means by this I mean succulents are plants that are adapted to dry conditions. Cacti is a taxonomical term. Okay, cacti, plants from the family Cactaceae, and plants from the family Cactaceae are succulents from the Americas, because cacti have basically monopolized the niches of the deserts and semi-deserts of Americas. Okay, so Golden Barrel, I water it very rarely. I water it once a week in the summertime, but when I water it, I make sure there is enough water to penetrate to the very bottom of this pot. I keep it on a saucer, so when I see that there is water in the saucer, then I stop watering it. I leave the water in the saucer for enough time for it to be sucked up by the soil, by the plant. And this is because there are some very fine roots at the bottom of the pot, and if they are not exposed to water at all, if there is never water at the bottom of the pot, the roots will die, and the ability of the cactus to absorb water will be compromised, and it will not be as well equipped to absorb water in the future. In the winter, I keep it in the basement. I have a window in the basement, but it is not really that important, because during dormancy, cacti do not photosynthesize, so they don't need light. Photosynthesis is making sugar, making glucose out of water, carbon dioxide, and light. Okay? But because they are dormant, they don't do that, so they don't need light. However, what they do need is low temperature. The low temperature is necessary for the plant. Oh, it is still here. The low temperature is necessary for the plant to potentially bloom the following year, but this plant is too small to bloom. Okay, so it has never bloomed for me, but it is also necessary for the plant to grow nicely. If it is kept in room temperature all year round, then it will not grow nicely. It might get etiolated because there is never as much light as necessary in the room inside the house. Anyways, it undergoes dormancy period, but in order to be dormant and not die, the plant needs to be completely dry. Okay, so in the winter, no water at all, low temperatures. In the summer, it's on my south-facing deck, and sometimes I might notice that it is even undergoing a little bit of dormancy in the summertime when it's too hot. The deck, when the sun is shining, when the sun is reaching the wood of the deck is really hot, so it might be even too hot for the cactus. And then I see that the water from the saucer is not absorbed, that the soil stays wet and it's not absorbed by the cactus. So then I don't allow the water to be staying in the saucer. Of course, I pour it out, but when it's too hot, the plants, the cacti, do go through a little bit of a dormancy period, and I think this is what is happening now because it's extremely hot here in Ontario, Canada. The temperatures are above 30 degrees Celsius, sometimes a lot above, like up to 36, and it's unbearable outside. And the cacti, even for the cacti, it is too much. Okay, so I don't know. On the one hand, I am tempted to transplant this plant, this cactus, and to see how it will grow, how big it will grow, and to see it grow to its potential. But on the other hand, if I have a cactus at home that will be much bigger than this one, I don't have room for it, so maybe for a while it will stay here. I wonder what this grasshopper is doing here. You might hear the crickets or whatever it is, the cicadas. Oh, can you hear it? When I first heard this sound many years ago, I thought someone was working with a chainsaw, and then I realized that it is a sound of an insect, just advertising its presence or his presence to the female. Anyways, this is a very nice cactus. I wonder whether it will ever bloom if I don't transplant it. It is very healthy. It looks great. It looks really, really nice. Very much like a cactus-like a cactus from a textbook. This is how a cactus should look like. Okay. Well, this is it. And the grasshopper is still with us. Really nice. Really nice. Okay, thank you very much for watching my video. Have an amazing rest of the day.